New Orleans, land of the Pelicans, in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan. Before the action gets going.
Well, guys, he has...
Thank you, David. And with the playoffs on the horizon, it's a completely different type of game.
Well, the difference, Kevin, really is the fact that you're able to dig so much deeper into what a team does and how effective they are, and then be able to take those things away. That is the test during the playoffs that everybody's up against. Is your next best good enough against our next best?
Even just small moves can make such a difference.
Little tiny adjustments and wrinkles in some of the things that you do can really throw off a team with the way that they're preparing for you and what you're about to bring in terms of the storm the playoffs are.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Ryan Anderson out there with Clint Capella. And it's Beverly in at the point. Cousins with a screen on Beverly. Cousins against Harden. And Cousins gets it to go.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Holiday against Beverly. Feeds to Capella. And it's Ariza in the corner. Here's Beverly. They get it again. Here's Capella. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The Rockets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Holiday up top, defended by Beverly. Cousins with a screen on Beverly. Floats it up for Cousins. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Enjoyed that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against Memphis.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
Yeah, they silenced that crowd over and over with big threes, and everyone they hit fueled their own fire that much more.
And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And Brent, you look at Drew Holiday, 6'4" and strong. He's got excellent size for the point guard position.
Yeah, he's got those happy feet too, Kevin, and a good defender with quick hands. He can smother you on the defensive end.
And the challenge for Drew Holiday over the last handful of seasons, Brent, has been his health. A stress fracture in his right tibia cost him a lot of games.
Man, it's really hard to establish a rhythm in a game where the coach is telling you we're reaching your limit and they got to pull you out of the game. A former All-Star in Philadelphia, he's a guy they need out on the court, and he needs to continue to produce.
And DeMarcus Cousins, such a polarizing figure for coaches and fans alike. And this is dating back to his college days, even at Kentucky.
Yeah, maturing some, but obviously that fire burns bright within him. His passion is what helps fuel that production, especially when you start comparing him to other true centers. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
That they did, and he's the one guy on D you can't leave alone, or he's going to get to the bucket over and over. Just torched him there.
They get it back to the middle. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Beverly kicks to Anderson. Ariza outside. He feeds it to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Capella, the pass to Beverly. Offline with his 3.
Perfect positioning, and you know he will knock that look down more times than not. Just didn't connect there.
Holiday dishes to Cousins. It's stolen by Capella. And Beverly kicks to Ariza. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Anderson the screen. And here's Harden for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Holiday the pass to Cousins. Here's Moore.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense. But last year, there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championships.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Terrence Jones is checked in for Cousins. Montezumas comes in for Davis. Cunningham, he's checked in for Hill. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Drew Holiday. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Harrell comes in for Ryan Anderson. Decker's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And talking about how the Rockets are structured, they do have some players on the roster, Greg, who can play defense. It's a wonder they've been so bad at that end.
I mean, the problem with defense, though, Kevin, is that it takes all 5 guys to buy in. You have to have a level of trust on the floor, and that happens for the Rockets only once in a while, which is why they give up an insane number of points to their opponents.
Every season, Brent, so much exciting young talent always coming into the NBA.
Well, that's what the league is really predicated on, is young drafted players who come in and change the fortunes of a franchise around. I think we're about to see some of that take place in Minnesota with Karl Anthony Towns.
One of my favorite young players, only 1 year at Kentucky.
And another guy who people look at with regards to his position, Kevin, and say they can't quite figure out what it is that he does not do well.
Jones dishes to Montezumas. Rebound by Harrell.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
On the wing, Brewer. Frazier covering. He gets it in there. Brewer's got his first basket of the night.
Worked himself into the mid-range area. Smaller defender on him, so that's a high percentage look.
56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's deflected. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Gordon. Not enough on that one as it misses. Pelicans leading by 4. Frazier with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to Jones. Stolen by Nene. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it again. Decker kicks to Nene. Finds himself wide open and drills it. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Here is Frazier. To the inside. Here's Jones. Got a piece of it. And one of the rising stars.
A lot of face-up, you know.
Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the Brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use till much later in their careers, really, if at all.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Very physical, very active. Their defense has all the components needed to get stops.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Trevor Ariza out there with Decker. Then there's Nene. Then there's Gordon. And it's Harden in at the point guard. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, a lot of Thunder fans still lamenting the trade of James Harden to the Rockets a couple of years ago when he became a superstar. But Harden doesn't. He said recently, "This is beyond my expectations. If I'd stayed in OKC, I'd still be in a good situation, but I don't think the sneaker deal and these other opportunities would have happened." He added, "Look, this is a grind. Every time you lose, you're blamed. For me, it's about continuing to work and focusing on what I can control." Kevin?
He deserves that top billing, DA. Thanks. Cousins inside. Capella's there. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Alvin, one of the best in the league at drawing up plays to free up a shooter. He's been doing that his whole career.
And Brent Gentry usually leads the league or is right at the top of it in terms of points out of timeouts for coaches.
Well, it may sound like a silly stat, Kevin, but you think about it. When it is that coaches call these timeouts, usually they're either losing momentum or the other team is, and to come back with a play that gets you an efficient, good look at the basket for a score, that's impressive stuff.
And it's Beverly missing. Pelicans leading by 6. Holiday, the pass to Cousins. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Misses at the rim. For Houston, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Harden, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Frazier outside. Tries to keep it alive. Here's Holiday. Shoots. And Davis can't get it to go.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Capella dishes to Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Cousins with a screen on Beverly. Layup off the pick. And Cousins with the lay-in. Cousins has got 10 points.
The pick definitely could have been better, didn't fully commit to it, but it was still just enough to get his teammate enough room to knock down the shot.
Frazier kicks to Cousins. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. I hear the term glue guy a lot, Brent, in the NBA. You think it applied to guys being necessary to make a team a playoff team, to being a good teammate? When you think of glue guy, what does that conjure up in your mind?
Whenever I hear that term, Kevin, I always think about guys on a team who are able to connect the dots between the primary players, the star guys who carry a workload, all the way to what they can connect you with guys on the end of the bench. So if you're talking about a guy in the 6, 7, or 8 slot on your team that can go up to your star and say, hey, you know what, we need this from you, or you're not giving us that, and then turn around in the very same breath with the same vernacular, go to the 12th man and explain to him what his purpose is with regards to practice and preparing a team and getting them ready for competition. To me, that's a glue guy. It doesn't come about just in a game all of a sudden. This is somebody who, day by day, week by week, and month by month, keeps the team together.
Great explanation. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when they're trailing, but I think he's just trying to give his team.
All right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen. Guys, we cannot sleep on defense when Harden...
That James Harden gives you, he's also one of the top playmakers in the NBA.
You know, and even coming out of college, Kevin, a lot of scouts felt Harden could play the point. I mean, that's one of the reasons why this guy is going to consistently be in the MVP conversation.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Montejunas has checked in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham comes in for Hill. And Moore subbed in for Tim Frazier. New Orleans leading by 6. Here's Holiday. Another miss by Holiday. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The 3 from Harden. It's good from long range. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Screen by Cousins. Holiday, the pass to Cousins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. Sam Decker comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Holiday dishes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Down low. Here's Harrell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Rockets.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Rockets trail by 7. Harrell setting the pick for Brewer. The pass to Gordon. Off the screen. A second chance effort. And Nene with the lay-in. Good.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Yeah, where's the box out? That's a mistake that is easily preventable with some fundamentals.
Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
That's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Now, here's Brewer. He's guarded closely. He dishes it to Gordon. 2 on the clock. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. And the first half comes.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing. DeMarcus Cousins having an outstanding game. He had 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous. And it's just about time.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
There's got to be some consideration that double teams will be sent his way. Of course, that's going to leave someone else wide open.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Anthony Davis is out there with Hill. Then it's Holiday, and it's Moore in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. In the city of New Orleans, still grappling with the legacy of Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. So much devastation. But, Brent, this city has really come back, and their bounce back has been inspirational.
Well, it has been inspirational, and it continues to inspire people around this city to great, great heights. And what the Pelicans have in front of them, Kevin, could really bring a sense of confidence and community to New Orleans in some huge ways. Anthony Davis has a lot on his shoulders, but could go down as one of the most influential athletes in Louisiana.
Here's Holiday. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And here's Beverly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Brent, when you played, you were one of the best passing wings in the NBA. How did you come about developing that play style, that skill of feeding others so well?
Huge influence for me, Kevin, growing up was Pistol Pete Maravich. I watched a lot of tapes, and maybe people out there remember old VHS tapes of homework basketball that Pistol Pete put out, and I watched those incessantly and went out in the driveway and tried those things, and then eventually frustrated every coach that I played for. But I had an innate ability to see the floor, some peripheral vision that I tried to use to my advantage, and I enjoyed always making the play for the next guy.
And you both came from basketball families. His dad was his coach at LSU. LSU.
That is correct. And although Press wanted Pete to shoot a lot, and he did.
And he did. And you?
And I was more of a pass-first guy.
Yeah.
I think with my dad, he took all the shots away from his teammates. I wanted to be a better teammate.
You took a family's worth of shots, right?
That is correct. And I spent years making up for it.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Rockets trail by 10. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
I think mostly they just did not give themselves a chance on the inside. They settled too much for the jump shot. I would have liked to have seen a better effort to get the ball to the paint.
Ariza has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got 5 now.
Well, it took 4. They finally got one to go. Still, they need to connect on more opportunities to get this quarter going.
Right side Davis. In deep. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And you look at Anthony Davis offensively, Brent, incredible the way his shot has developed since he came into the NBA.
Well, you think about a 7-foot guy facing up on you in the block area. There's really no way to stop Anthony Davis in that length, but his footwork is underrated. I think now that he's addressed some of the muscle issues and put that weight on, we'll see him look to back down smaller defenders and take them to the rack.
Capella with the bucket.
As many attempts as you can get in close, those are high percentage.
Dishes to Davis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, it's hard not to notice how many ways Anthony Davis can affect a game. Offense, defense. I mean, it's a very short list of deficiencies in his game. Rim protection, rebounding, mobility, spacing, now adding the three-point shot. A transcendent player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Sam Decker comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Gordon in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Frazier. And again, no good by New Orleans. Rockets trail by 9. And Davis more of a face-up offensive weapon than an old-school back-to-the-basket big man.
Well, this is where the league is going, Kevin, but I still think Anthony Davis is going to be most effective when he gets the ball on the left block, one dribble away, where teams are unable to defend him with a single guy. They bring the double team, and he's quick to the basket. So much more potential to tap into.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. Passes to Nene. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Nene. And Jones sends it back. And they're able to recover. That's in. The Pelican lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from James Harden.
Come on. Let's go. Hey, if we let up on D even a little, it's enough to get their guy going.
Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
And the most noise was being made with one of their guys at the free throw line. Those were some smart fans. They knew it was a team struggling from the free throw line, and they made it as difficult and as loud as possible.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Montejunas is checked in for Davis. Cunningham comes in for Hill, and it's Drew Holiday in for Tim Frazier. And Brewer kicks to Harrell. Now the dish to Gordon. No good on the triple.
You know, if you're going to go set a pick, you really have to be committed to it. He simply did not do a good enough job to get his teammate open.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Screen by Jones. Off the screen. That one a little long. Rockets trail by 7. And Brewer kicks to Decker. Nene, the screen. Here's Brewer. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he can't hit the second.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Now Moore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, real quick. They got to get a shot off almost right away.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday, the pass to Jones. Some solid defense there by Nene. Outside Gordon. He kicks to Nene. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Outside Holiday. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Pelicans leading by 6. Taking a look at the Rockets. Anderson is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Gordon, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And the challenge for any team with a superstar talent like Anthony Davis, surround that player with the right pieces and contend or risk losing them.
Well, we've seen this play out before, Kevin, in Minnesota recently with Kevin Love, or even we go back to Chris Paul before he went to the Clippers. The clock might be ticking for the Pelicans, trying to build a supporting cast around the brow.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Cousins with a screen on Gordon. Moore with it. Screen by Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Capella. Gordon against Moore. Anderson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And a former most improved player, Ryan Anderson, led the Pac-10 in scoring back at Cal Berkeley in his sophomore season. Truly a golden bear.
New Orleans making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Ariza a screen on Hill. Hill against Beverly. 6 to shoot. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Anderson. Here's Beverly. Pass to Gordon. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. No coverage that time. And Ryan Anderson led his high school, Oak Ridge, to a Division II state title.
Well, Ryan Anderson seems to be one of those guys who's just a grinder, not getting tons of national publicity and then bursting on the scene. And that scene happens to be the NBA.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And the shot is good.
Great finish from Gordon in traffic. You like to see the smaller guys operate down low as long as they're patient.
Cousins with a screen on Beverly. Holiday dishes to Cousins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal. And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Here's Ariza. That doesn't go either for Ariza. Pelicans leading by 3. And Holiday kicks to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Harden against Moore. Harden the pass to Capella. Harden outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Anderson the screen. Here's Harden, and the rejection by Cousins. Holiday against Beverly. Outside Holiday. Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Floats it up for Davis. It's stolen by Capella. A shot by Harden, wide open. Hands it from downtown.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Beverly dishes to Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, minutes are given to Anderson because he's a deadly scorer with that shooting ability. He can light you up in a hurry.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
And right there, you can see the time that's put in at the free throw strike.
Outside Holiday. Screen by Cousins. Hill kicks to Cousins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Ariza. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Count the basket.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
But we're talking about a player who's going to take advantage of everything that he gives him, especially at this critical stage of the game.
The shot by Holiday, no good. For Houston, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Beverly, the pass to Anderson. And the rejection by Cousins. And it's Capella missing. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Davis with a screen on Beverly. Holiday dishes to Davis. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And you have to be. That's the approach you always want. Don't settle for the jumpers. Pound it inside.
Screen by Cousins. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. Will not go. This is off the front iron. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Anderson. Cousins pulls it in. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Davis with a screen on Beverly. It's rebounded by Houston.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes it can get ugly. Everyone wants to show up on the highlight reel, but not for blowing the alley-oop.
We have worked too hard.
Chance to tie it up.
That next shot has to come from behind the arc. Only a 3 is going to save him.
No good from 3-point territory. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
That's the killer instinct coming out. A perfect trip to the free throw line to lock this one up.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're losing by 5. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
But you still can't control the outcome, only playing your hardest moment to moment. That's what he's getting through to them now.
So New Orleans wins it, probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. DeMarcus Cousins. He was red hot in the second quarter. The defense ran several guys at him to try and stop the bleeding, but his aggressiveness was simply too much for them to handle.
Reminds me of myself. His field goal percentage was all the way up in the 60s. Not that I like talking about myself, but it was a very steady night for him. You don't shoot well without working hard, and he never stopped battling to get the best look possible. Smart, efficient basketball he was playing. Thanks for showing me.
We know there's an edge to DeMarcus Cousins' game, and that edge was even.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight.